Does your car feel incredibly sluggish when you step on the gas pedal, almost like it cannot catch its breath to accelerate up a hill? You might have a severe mechanical blockage right inside your engine air intake system. Today we are closely looking at diagnostic trouble code P2006, which translates to intake manifold runner control stuck closed on bank 1. This is a generic powertrain fault code found on many modern fuel-injected vehicles. To fully understand this failure, you have to picture the inside of your engine intake manifold. To improve daily fuel efficiency and significantly reduce tailpipe emissions, engineers put small, carefully shaped metal flaps, called runners, inside the intake ports leading directly down to each engine cylinder. An electronic control solenoid or a vacuum-operated diaphragm actuator controls a long metal rod that opens and closes all of these flaps together in complete unison. At low vehicle speeds or when you are simply idling at a red light, the flaps are mostly closed to restrict and channel the incoming air. This creates a strong swirling effect that mixes the oxygen and fuel much more efficiently for a cleaner burn. When you mash the gas pedal to the floor to merge onto a busy freeway, those flaps are supposed to swing completely wide open to let maximum air volume flow directly into the combustion chambers. Bank 1 simply means the problem is happening on the exact side of the engine block that contains the number 1 cylinder. When the powertrain control module commands those flaps to open, but the position sensor reports back that they are physically stuck in the closed position, the main computer triggers the P2006 trouble code. The symptoms of stuck closed intake runners are exactly what you would expect from a large engine that is suddenly starving for fresh air. You will definitely experience major hesitation and stumbling when trying to accelerate rapidly, a severe and noticeable drop in your miles per gallon, a rough or surging engine idle, and your exhaust pipe might smell very rich because there is simply not enough air mixing with the injected fuel. The absolute most common cause of this frustrating issue is severe carbon buildup inside the intake. Over time, oily exhaust gases from the positive crankcase ventilation system can bake rock-solid carbon deposits onto the flaps, effectively gluing them permanently shut inside the manifold walls. Other common causes include a burned-out actuator control motor, a cracked rubber vacuum line leading to the diaphragm, a completely faulty runner position sensor, or a heavily corroded electrical connector. If you are a do-it-yourself kind of person, start by physically locating the intake actuator mechanism on the side of your upper engine manifold. Inspect the electrical plug for nasty green corrosion and check all the little rubber vacuum hoses for deep cracks or brittle dry rot. If you can safely reach the actuator arm, try to gently move it by hand with the engine completely turned off. It should move smoothly with some spring resistance but not feel totally jammed like it is welded shut. You can also use a standard digital multimeter to test the electrical resistance of the actuator solenoid to see if the internal coil has burned out. When should you stop and call a professional auto mechanic? If the electrical actuator motor works perfectly fine but the internal metal flaps are physically jammed solid with thick carbon, the entire upper intake manifold usually has to be unbolted and completely removed from the engine for deep chemical cleaning or total replacement. This is an incredibly delicate and risky job, and accidentally dropping a tiny metal screw, a loose rivet, or a hard chunk of carbon directly down into an open engine intake valve will completely destroy the engine the moment you turn the ignition key. A highly qualified technician has the specific tools, factory knowledge, and industrial chemicals to handle this complex teardown safely. Thank you for watching and keep your engine breathing completely easy.